What's up, everybody? Today we have I don't even know what anymore, of the initial D cars. This time we have Kyoko's Black FD. Um, so, before we get started, got a few things that I want to say. Why am I in pain? First of all, the cars are not completely accurate. They do have some accuracy, but like this car most certainly did not have 622 horsepower in the show. So like what I'm going for is I want them to look the way they did in the show and drive the way they did. And anything beyond that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's about it for now anyway. This car does not have the twin turbo, it has a single turbo in the show, so this is one of the few that actually does get a conversion. Then for aero, you get the C West front bumper, the stock rear wing, the stock rear bumper. What's this hood? Okay, so this hood right here, then the Bomex side skirts. Then you want semi-slick race tires, stock front tire width, stock rear tire width, stock rim size front and back. Then for the wheels, you want the, let me see, here they are, the Workmeister CR01s, and yes, you want those. The first upgrade for front track width and the second for rear track width. Then race clutch, race transmission, which should be the 6-speed, race drive line, and drift differential. Then race brakes, race suspension, race front anti-rolls, race rear anti-rolls, no roll cage, and race weight reduction. For the engine, you want the race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race turbo, race rotors. I feel like I need to sneeze. Race exhaust, race intercooler, race oil and cooling, and race flywheel. Anyway, the design for this, oh hold on, we didn't even do the tune yet, I'm getting ahead of myself. Tire pressure, you want 28 in the front, 30 in the back. Gearing is 2.20 final drive, 4.17 first, 2.89 second, 2.17 third, 1.66 fourth, 1.25 fifth, 1.07 sixth. Then for alignment, your camber, you want negative 0.5 in the front and negative 0.2 in the rear. For toe, you want 1.7 out in the front, negative 1.0 in the rear. God, I got something in my eye. Then your front caster angle, you want 5.5. For your anti-rolls, you want 25.5 in the front, 19.5 in the rear. Then your suspension, you want 546.4 in the front, 384.1 in the rear. Your ride height, you want 6.6 in the front, 6.3 in the rear. Excuse me. And for your damping, your rebound, you want 6.5 in the front, 6.0 in the rear. And for your bump, you want 4.0 in the front, 1.0 in the rear. Your aero, you shouldn't have the ability to tune this. Then your balance, you want 55% towards the front, and your pressure, you want 100%. Then your differential, you want 83 accel, 13 decel. Okay, now we can get into the designs, which this car is pretty easy to do considering it's just black. You go with the stock manufacturer Mazda black, and then for the wheel, it looks like this is aluminum polished on the wheels. Then stock brakes, and I tinted the windows black. Of course, they're not tinted in the show, I don't think, but I do it because it's, I don't know, I tint the windows on all the cars. So now we're going to take it downhill. Got a couple more things I want to say before we do that. First of all, I made this car maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. I made it at like the end of July. It's September 20th already. Damn, it feels like September just started. So it's my birthday. It's late July. So I probably made them. I made them after my birthday, but before August started. So probably sometime around July 28th, maybe. I made this car, and it's been like 2 months. I haven't driven this car since. So if I spin out, that's why. And secondly, I'm not going to be scoring very high in the drift zone because this isn't really a drift car, even though it's got the capability to do that. And another thing is that after this, I think there is 3, maybe 4 more initial D cars to make before we're done with all of them. And then we're gonna, at the end, we're gonna take them all downhill and see which one is the quickest downhill. Yeah, I know, I took that way too wide right there. But it's fine. As long as it's within the bounds of the drift zone, it's legal, alright? Whatever I do is fine. As long as I don't get failed. That's kind of like how when I do downhill races against like friends or like, I don't really play competitively like in tournaments or anything anymore. I've been too busy with college and whatnot. But sometimes my like tournament buddies will do this just for like fun, race downhill, and how we do it is as long as it's within the bounds of the drift zone, we're good. We typically start where I started and then just go all the way to the bottom of the mountain. But how like we work out of bounds as far as like lower on the mountain, I will explain it when we get there, because it's kind of confusing. Like I don't really know how to explain it. Like sometimes we do like F1 rules where you gotta have one tire on the road, but there are exceptions that we have, because some corners, certain somebody, you know who you are, doesn't quite like to hit the brakes as much as they should. So they go, something in my eye. That's my bad, I took my hand off the controller. You ever like get something in your eye and it just kind of like really hurts, but you can't get it out? Anyway, so right here, this really like wide, I don't even know if I want to call it a hairpin. But like if we go out onto the grass on this, like I just did, that's fine. We can cut this right here. And then This is kind of where we go with the F1 rule, where you gotta have a tire on the road. Anyway, there we go. Took it downhill. This car's actually pretty quick, but I do like the yellow SC a little bit better because of the fact that it has two turbos, and it does make accelerations a little easier. But this is still a really solid car. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's all for today. I hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, we end off every video here with donuts because it's cool. Simple as that. And another thing is, I just realized I've been making these initial D car videos since like July. And there's still more of them. But anyway, let's do some donuts and I'll see you guys in the next video.